Oh, I know. I'm teasing.
There you go.
It's Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby, baby.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, check.
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 Double check.
Yeah. There you go. That's good. All right. Check. Bach.
Check 1 2.
check
Check
Pilsner.
1 2.
Pilsner.
Bohemian check.
Ah. All right. I think we're ready to rock and roll. The Horse Press with Jerry Fechter at the Pony Row. Brew Happy!
We're the longest running beer podcast in the Pacific Northwest. Why wouldn't they be listening to us?
So many different beers! I got you something really good and really delicious.
Oh my God.
You listen to the Brew Happy show, so do I. Do it.
It's not about the beer. It's about the beer.
Oh yeah, that's Brew Happy.
That's right. This is the Brew Happy Show weekly podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Brew Happy! Whoa, I hit the button.
Let's do it again.
Oh, no. I hit the button twice. We are here at the Horse Brass Pub right over in the Belmont District of Oregon. Portland, Oregon, and this is the best place to get fish and chips. You've heard us talk about this place before. We are here with our wonderful co-host, Fat Josh.
Yeah, buddy.
We have the lovely Green Goddess Botanic.
Hi, everybody.
And our esteemed publican, Jerry Fechter. How you doing, buddy?
Well, when I'm not so important and famous, I'm feeling really good today.
Well, you are pretty famous.
We're going to
I think-
disagree with that.
I think the Horse Brass has been around for 50 years now. Aren't you guys celebrating your anniversary this
It
week?
is. It's our 50th anniversary. And
Yeah.
we're celebrating a little early. We're actually celebrating on Dawn's birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
So cheers.
Yeah.
All right.
So what's the date on Don's birthday?
So it's July 11th.
Okay.
So we started it this year. We normally do it November 1st, and we're usually kind of busy. And we thought, let's try to make a whole week of it. So this year we decided to do it on his birthday. And we have a whole week of fun-filled activities that we're in day 4 of,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, day 4. Tonight's the big punk rock extravaganza over at
That
Horse
was
Brass.
a super
Hell
nice
yeah.
surprise for me because I didn't know about the punk band playing tonight.
You love punk rock.
It's my thing. I grew up a punk, and I'm still a punk. And
Yeah.
when I learned about this, I was like, okay, this was meant to be.
Yeah. Now for those of you listening, you've heard Don Younger's voice on the show before. I usually will play his "It's not about the beer, it's about the beer" quote. We actually have a longer version of that where he explains what he's talking about. I'm going to play it real quick right here.
It's not about the beer. It's about the beer. You can't get so crazy about beer that it becomes obsessive. The second part, it's about the beer. It means it's about the beer culture. It's about the camaraderie that comes with the first beer. It's not about the beer you're drinking. It's about how you drink it, where you drink it. It's a cultural thing. It can't be a singular event. I mean, they have a word for singular events, and they're not fun.
Oh my
Wow.
God!
Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard his voice since he passed away.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, almost a little tear there for a second. That's kind of crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
cheers.
Yeah. Well, a beer for Don Younger.
I always need moral support. Thank you, friends.
This
Yeah,
was the second
no problem.
time. This was the second time ever for me listening to this a little piece, and every time I hear it, it's just like it blows my mind. It's
Yeah.
like, it's Don Younger, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'd like to listen to the rest of that some other time.
Yeah. I that's the long version of that quote. But there was a whole interview that we did, back in 2010, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so far back. It's not even on the playlist
Dang.
anymore. It's like
In the archives?
Yeah, episode 20 or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, we'll have to throw it back out there on the Patreon list, or make it available somehow. It's always great to kind of have these throwbacks in beer history, and get those voices from the past a little more life, and bring bring that friendship
It
back.
was just nice to hear his voice.
Yeah, so you knew Don for a long time. Do you want to tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah, so Don and I met probably a couple times here at the pub that I don't really remember. Probably the first time I ever came into the Horse Brass was, I think, in 94, 95, and they had just opened the holodeck. Mm-hmm. So the bar used to kind of go where the bar is right now, all the way kind of this way, which would be running to the west.
Uh-huh.
That was the end of the bar. And there used to be 2 office spaces back there where the dartboards are and the video poker machines used to be.
Oh, no kidding.
So they moved out, and they drew up some plans, and they extended the bar, wrapped the bar all the way around, and
Nice.
they added like 15 more taps. And I think that was like 94, 95. And a guy named John Waters, who was a Columbia rep for a long time, Miletus rep. I think he was the Guinness rep for a little while. But he's like, you need to come to this bar called the Horse Brass Pub.
Yeah.
So I came over here, and like I said, 94, 95. And I probably only came over here 3 or 4 more times after that in the next, like, probably 5 or 6 years. But every time, the reason I never came more is I left wasted every single time. I mean, one time, and I'll never forget this. Like, somebody served me Bigfoot barley wine,
Whoa!
and they're like,
I know that one.
we're out of 10-ounce glasses, so we're just gonna give you a pint, and we might be a little bit more. And it literally was probably like, it wasn't a full pint. It was like a 2/3 pint.
Wow.
But I just remember drinking that, and I remember someone looking at me like, do you have keys? And I was like, yes, and I'm just going to hand them to you.
Uh-huh.
And then I called my wife,
Wise choice.
and that did not work out well.
Uh-oh.
Because by the time I got in the
Ruh-roh.
car, it literally was like, and yeah, so like for a long time I wasn't allowed to come to the Horse Brass. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. But then in 1999, there was an opportunity to purchase the old Lompoc, which is the place where I worked at the time.
Yeah, we remember the Lompoc.
Yeah, the Lompoc up on 23rd,
Uh-huh.
and I had a chance to buy it, and I was like, okay, I probably need a couple partners, and I thought I had some guys, and they kind of dropped out, and there was a guy named Greg who worked at Steinbart's, and he also actually worked here at Belmont Station back in the day.
Okay.
Greg Foss, I think was his name.
Oh, that rings a bell.
Greg Foss, he's kind of a big, tall guy. And he was like, hey, Jerry, do you know Don Younger? And I was like, well, I kind of know who he is. I met him a few times. You know, every time I go to the Horse Brass, I get wasted. And he's like, you know what? He'd probably be willing to talk to you to either help you out or you guys could partner up. So I came over here, and Greg introduced us, and we talked for about 15, 20 minutes. And then we met up again a couple weeks later, talked for like 2 or 3 hours, and then he's like, well, let's go check out the Lompoc. He'd never been there. So at that point in time, the Lompoc was only opening at 4 o'clock, so we met at like 7 in the morning.
Okay.
And we opened the bar at 4 o'clock. We were still there, and I think we were there until about 8 or 9 at night until he fell asleep at the bar, and he kind of got kicked out.
Yeah.
And then I had to have my wife come get me again. So we kind of went back and forth for about probably like 2 months on about, you know, how we were going to do it, how we'd structure it. And that was at the end of 1999, and I think we signed the papers in like January of 2000,
Okay.
and then we
The
opened up in
millennium.
May of 2000, and it was Don and I's.
That's amazing.
So that was
Cool.
how I got to know Don. So from pretty much 2000 on until he passed away, you know, we would have a meeting here at the Brass probably maybe once or twice a week, and it would be like a 3 or 4 pint, 2 Macallan, and then I'd be like, I gotta go get my kids. Like Jerry, he'd be like, Jerry, listen up. Like, it's great that you're spending time with your kids, but sometimes you gotta find some time to have a few drinks. It loosens up the mind. And you're like, okay, Don. So yeah, so that went on, and then we went on to go do all the
What a role model.
Oh, it was great. No, you know, I say that, but honestly, he was all about the family. He was
Yeah.
always like, hey, you know what? Take care of your family first. Family should always come first before the pub. And I still kind of believe that today. That's in all my dealings in the 6 or 7 bars and pubs that I've owned. Yeah, that's always been important.
Yeah, I work
Family, and if people have something going on that's really their dream, if the pub isn't their dream, you need to like let people go and do it and have at it. So.
Yeah, I worked with Biscuit for a little while when I was working with Rogue, and he obviously always had fond things to say about the old man, as he called him, and
Dad.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yes.
Always called him Dad.
And I actually Biscuit put me up for a few months while I was between houses.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My landlord was getting ready to sell his house, and the one that I was moving into wasn't going to be ready quite yet. They were like painting or whatever, so I stayed in Biscuit's basement for like 3 months.
Biscuit, I don't talk to him all the time, but I'd say we probably talk 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
And he texted me probably about 2 months ago and said he was going to kind of be near where I live, and he was going to be in the area, and we should get together. And
Where's he working now?
yeah, I didn't ask. You know what?
I haven't seen Biscuit in
You know what?
ages.
He was in here about a year and a half ago. Arthur, one of the English bartenders who passed away about 2 years ago, we finally had his wake maybe a year and a half ago. And Biscuit came in, and we all talked, and he doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not gonna ask him
That's
about
for the best.
what he's doing or what he's doing these days, because it's like it's not my business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And whatever he's doing great. His son, I think, is like 16 now.
Yeah.
He's got a couple dogs, and,
Yeah.
and everything seems to be going great.
Yeah,
so.
last I saw, he had some posts about him doing stuff with his kid, and I thought that was just great. I know he's very much also about.
He's a
family.
good dad.
Yeah.
He's way into it. Yep.
Yeah, he
Got a
is.
couple dogs. Yeah.
Living the dream.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Let's get back on track.
Yeah. So Lompoc. So
Yeah.
Lompoc. You guys did Lompoc for how many years?
I was there from '96 until it closed, which we ended in 19. We closed in 19.
Okay.
But Don and I, when Don and I bought it in 2000, so we were around for 19 years.
Okay.
But the Lompoc was brewing for like 23, 24 years, somewhere in there.
What was your favorite part about Lompoc?
Well, the old pub on 23rd, that building was condemned actually in the 70s. It had an awesome restroom in there, and it was just a kind of a neat. It did. It had the old
So much
pool.
character.
It did have a lot of character. It was great.
The pull chain.
The pull chain.
Yeah.
I had to fix that thing all the time. But it was just kind of a neat old pub. We had the big patio in the back. It was total. It was total Frankenbrew. The beer wasn't very good for the first probably 4 or 5 years. That's when I was brewing. Thanks, Jerry. But over time we got a little bit better and kind of caught up with technology.
Right.
And when I say that, like jacketed Grundies as opposed to Grundies on wheels that we were rolling around in and out of the walk-in.
Oh,
which you would
wow.
always feel like when you were pushing one, it's like, man, if this wheel gives way, I am dead.
Single wall Grundies.
Yeah,
That's
single wall
amazing.
Grundy, like the old serving tanks.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
wow.
Back then, you could buy them for like $400.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I haven't seen those since you brew days.
It was a long time ago. So I kind of remember a lot of those things. And then once we kind of got going and expanded a little bit, Hedge House, we opened Hedge House in 2003.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
We opened
Yeah.
5Q in 2005, and then Jim Parker and I opened Oaks Bottom in 2006. There's another cheers right
That's
there.
for Jim Parker right there.
Yeah.
Jim Parker, we remember him.
What a guy.
I'm name dropping too, by the way.
That's okay. Yeah.
So that was kind of Don and I, and then we got everything going, and obviously for a little while we had 2 breweries, and things were going great, and then really probably in about 2009, 2010, I think like Don was having a few health issues here and there, and like we were kind of talking earlier, and it was inevitable,
Right.
and then.
A lot of drinking, a lot of smoking.
I mean, you got to admire it. 4 or 5 packs of American spirits, probably 6 to 8 pints, and maybe 3 or 4 Macallan a day.
Yeah.
Wait, 4 packs a day?
The man was fortified.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Was this a smoking bar? So could he just sit
Oh,
inside and
100%.
like chain smoke?
Yeah. So in fact, I just texted somebody a second ago. So the Horse Brass like used to have the smoke eaters in there, and it was nonstop smoking. In fact, there's a picture over there, and it's called The Last Smoker, and it was the day that you weren't allowed to smoke anymore. And they did this picture of like Jesus at the table with the 12 disciples, and they call it The Last Smoker, and Don is in the middle of it. It's actually, it is a great photo. In fact, if there's a way we could get that painted on like black velvet, total 70s velvet painting, it'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
And then you could have
What a tapestry.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Stunning.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this, here in the pony room where we are, so this color that's on the ceiling, it looks kind of like not a very attractive, appealing.
Like a
It's
tobacco.
like a burnt orange.
Mustard.
Kind of, yeah. So
Tobacco,
some
yeah.
circles, if you have small children, might call it something different.
Uh-huh.
But
I think it's stylish.
it is painted over there in the pub. So when we arrange stuff and move stuff around, we kind of paint it this color because that's the color of the walls.
Right.
And this color that is actually on the wall was the original color in the pub over there.
Dang.
Oh.
But-
So it's all the same.
Gotcha.
It's kind of crazy, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So nicotine.
Yeah, it's called nicotine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it says on the paint can. That's what I wrote. But yeah.
Right on. So you guys went in on the horse brass.
No, Don already had the horse
Don
brass.
already had the horse
Don
brass.
had the horse brass. And when Don passed away in 2011, he left an opportunity for myself to buy half.
Okay.
And then his longtime bookkeeper, Joel Paluzzo, who really kind of ran the horse brass. I mean, when Don was asleep at the bar and playing video poker and buying everybody drinks,
Yeah.
somebody was running the show, and that
Right.
was Joellen.
Okay.
So Joellen kind of ran the pub, really, kind of kept it going, kept it in business. For the most part, kind of since day one, and she retired 3 years ago. So this is 26. So she retired
Nice.
in 23.
Shout out to her.
Yep. Oh,
Cheers.
yeah. Yeah, she actually did our Don Younger birthday toast on Saturday night.
Nice.
So it was good. We'd had a little toast for his birthday, and it was also Scotty Willis from Point Blank's birthday, and Lisa Morrison,
Oh.
who ironically
Yeah, we love
ended
Lisa.
up with the Belmont station.
Right.
So it's,
The
kind of a
beer.
small little
Fitting.
circle there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Yep.
beer goddess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Nice.
Well, usually we go around the table and we talk about the beer we're drinking and
Yeah.
the special beer that's on tap for their 50th anniversary
Oh, you're right.
celebration.
I kind of got a little carried away there.
It's okay. The story
Talking
is
lore
so
with Jerry here,
interesting.
and
You're a
yeah.
great storyteller.
But you are.
Yeah.
Can we take a moment to talk a little bit about these beers?
Sure.
Okay, so you poured me a coffee cream ale.
Yep.
Right here in the Pony Room.
Yep.
And just to explain to the listeners, the Pony Room is a new room that is available adjacent to the Horse Brass Pub in the same building, just across the stairwell, the hall,
Breezeway.
the breezeway, and it's an event space with its own taps and a lot of historical lore on the walls and tchotchkes that you can rent as an event space. And today they have on tap in here this coffee cream ale that I'm drinking, which is delicious, by the way. And I believe you told me last time I was here that this used to be Don Younger's office.
This was Belmont Station.
Originally it was Belmont
Originally it was
Station.
Belmont Station. Then it was Don's office for a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
oh man, that's a sweet office.
Yeah. It was huge.
Oh.
Yeah. I
Killer.
was kind of like, it was me and Joellen. Like after we shut down Lompoc, it's kind of like she's on one side of the room and I'm on the other. It was like, do we need this big of an office?
Did they have a functional bar in here too?
Thank God it did not. Like that would have been horrible.
Well, it's stunning now. It looks
Yeah.
like whatever you've done is just really working
Yeah.
for the space.
And it's got a fireplace already.
It's got a sweet faux fireplace.
Faux fireplace.
Faux
Okay,
fireplace,
okay,
yep.
Okay.
Little faux fireplace.
Looks pretty legit.
It looks pretty good when the lights are low
Yeah.
and we're looking for a little mood lighting.
All right.
Get a little romantic or something in
Brew
here?
Happy is into mood lighting.
Yeah, honey, what do you think?
I like it.
Are we thinking about a date night?
Absolutely.
The leopard skid rug doesn't show up for 2 more weeks. So. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a coffee cream ale, and where did it come from? What?
Migration Brewing
Okay.
did this. It's called Clem's Cream Ale.
Oh, I've had
which
this
is-
before. That's why
They used to make it all
Okay.
the time. They really don't make it anymore. And
I did have it quite often when it first came
yeah,
out.
it was actually Eric from Migration. It was just like, yeah, what can we do? And then somehow he started talking to Dwayne Sorensen from Stumptown Coffee, and they just were like, hey, let's bring back Clem's Cream Ale, but let's infuse it with some cold brew.
Oh, so good.
And
Yeah.
that was
So
what they
good.
did. And it's on nitro. It's nice. It's easy to drink.
It is very smooth.
Yeah.
Nitro means smaller bubbles, and smaller bubbles mean more beer, more room for beer. That's the way I look at it.
Is that the
anyways.
technical?
Physics.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was a cellar man. I've been on the brew deck before. I feel like
We might have to consult a beer expert.
Yeah,
Not really
well,
sure.
Josh.
There's Dan Munch.
We got Dan Munch over here.
Dan Munch.
Oh yeah.
Dan Munch. Is all that true?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
coming to go.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna swap out with Bronwyn.
Dan Munch, Widmer Brewing, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, buddy. I'm out of beer too.
Me too.
Yeah, that's somewhat true. I mean, it's the head is part of your beer, so it's sort of like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So it's sort of a trade-off where you have like the experience of the carbonation or the nitrogenization, and yeah, so
I love the technical terms. Nitrogenization.
I kind of had a little bit of a stutter there when I said that.
Did you just make that word up, Dan?
Yeah.
I think it's a real word.
It's a real word.
As far as I
right?
know, yeah.
I make up words all the time, but I'm pretty sure that is a real one. I don't use that one a lot, and it's not a big part of my lexicon. Okay, so Clem's Cream Ale, fantastic. I do remember drinking this quite often when, especially when Migration first started out. They were closer to that's back when I think their Gleason location had first opened up.
That was their first location.
Yeah.
That's where they had the brewery. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a spot that I visited quite frequently. I actually haven't been there in years, honestly. I'm highly remiss. I need to go back and check that place out. I've just been all the neighborhoods that I've been living in since those days are in a very outer orbit from that location. But I have fond memories with Clem and his cream ale over there on the at the Gleason pub. And Migration is just down the street. Their production facility is off of the 81st and off of Highway 84.
181 or 181st
On the
and 84.
181st exit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. And so they have good food there too. So yeah, we've definitely been there a couple times for lunch after work. But why don't they make Clem's Cream Ale as often? You said they had like brought it back.
They brought. I mean, I can't speak exactly
Okay.
for them, but I think it was probably a lighter nitro beer.
Yeah.
And it probably didn't sell as well as maybe some of the other beers.
I think maybe people think that when they're thinking of a nitro beer, they're not thinking of a lighter colored beer. But a lot of and not a lot of bars serve cream ales. I love cream ales, but they're great on nitro. They're
It's a
fantastic.
style that it's just not super popular.
Yeah,
That's an easy and PC way to say that, right,
yeah,
Dan?
it's
Yeah, that's kind of a kind way to say it, but also like a lot of people just haven't tried that before. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeast wise, it's a bit of a hybrid, so it's not necessarily even on the like a brewer's radar typically, especially like smaller brew pubs. So you
Well, I can speak from a little bit of experience
Yeah?
growing up in Ohio and Pennsylvania.
yeah.
The first cream ale I ever had was not on nitro.
Oh.
And it was called Genesee Cream Ale.
that's the
And
classic.
everybody drank it. It was in a green bottle, little stubby. In 8th grade, that was the go-to right there.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a cheers, right? Oh, you need some more
there you
beer.
go.
Oh, we need more drinks.
She couldn't figure out which one was the.
It's not obvious.
On
It's
the
about
left.
the beer.
On the left. It's the nitro hand or the Guinness tap.
What about the? It's about the beer, the IPA.
It's about the beer is third from the left. Yes.
So tell us about it's about the beer. Who brews that beer?
Yeah.
It's About the Beer was a collaboration, or is a collaboration, with Double Mountain, Solera, and Everybody's Brewing.
Nice.
I love all three of those
Yep.
breweries.
So those guys are kind of my gorge guys.
Yeah.
I live down in the gorge, so I see those guys a fair amount.
Yeah.
And they all loved the Horse Brass Pub. They all knew Don pretty well. So that was kind of an easy... when we started talking about collaborations, and trying to fit breweries together on, who might work out with who, that was an easy one right there. And
oh man, I love.
and it was like okay, we're gonna roll with kind of an early 2000s IPA, but not too much Carapils malt in there.
Yeah.
So a little lighter, maybe a little modern. So some old hops and some new hops, and yeah, it's a nice beer, and that beer's it's available on tap, and they are also rolled out some bottles that should be available everywhere. And actually, the label is unbelievable. It's a lot of fun. It's a label of Don kind of walking hand in hand with Britannia, but Don is smoking a cigar. You kind of got to see it to believe it, but it's a super cool label.
Nice.
And it's a super cool beer, and with a whole bunch of super cool guys. So.
Aw.
Cool guys. You said it. Everybody's in Double Mountain. I worked for Point Blank for 12 years, and I started working for Point Blank in 2012. And I became instant fan of Double Mountain and Everybody's. Those guys are fantastic. I love those guys. Can we raise a pint for those guys?
Oh, sure,
yeah,
I love
absolutely.
it.
I'm not familiar with the third one. What was Solera?
Solera.
So
I'm not much familiar with those guys, but as a Point Blank guy, Double Mountain. And
Solera is up
Everybody's.
in Parkdale,
yeah,
Oregon.
Parkdale. It's right at the foot of the mountain,
Yep.
and it's surrounded by orchards. And if you haven't been there, it is one of the perfect little stops to make on your way or anywhere around the Hood River area. Even if you have to detour, it's worth going.
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
worth going. I was just there last night.
Yeah.
It was good.
It's beautiful.
So yeah,
I
it's
love
a
Parkdale.
Maybe
picturesque
Fat
view
Josh
of the
in the wine.
mountain. Yeah. Mhm.
And actually, surprisingly, I said I was just there last night. There's actually quite a few beer folk up there. You'd be kind of shocked. There's a couple guys that work for Gambrinus up there. Another guy works for Wireman's.
Yeah.
So you can go to that pub anytime, and you are going to run into somebody in the beer business.
Yeah.
There's a couple guys that work at Double Mountain that live up there. You see Matt there every now and then, or if there's another bar up there, it's called the Roadhouse.
Oh.
They do pizza. A lot of times, like Matt might be there, or Jason from Solera might be there.
These are all
or,
great places
like,
to go.
They're, and that's right. That's definitely not off the beaten path.
Right.
Roadhouse, and they've got like 6 or 7 taps. They make decent pizza. It's a cool spot. They do live music on Fridays and Saturdays.
Nice.
And it's right on the side of 35. There's a giant wood mill, like right next to it. Like you can't miss that. As soon as you crest the hill and you're coming back down into the upper valley, you see the sign for the Roadhouse. Go check it out. It's awesome.
Nice.
Maybe when
Yeah.
you go, Dan.
I'd also
You'd
like
think I'd own stock in the
Yeah.
Roadhouse, right?
But anyways, like I used to be sort of the official gorge brewer when I worked for Walking Man, so I know all those guys, and I really dig this beer. Like I'm drinking it right now, and I think they really did an amazing job, and they represented well.
Nice.
Walking Man.
Right
I forgot
on.
about that.
Yeah.
You heard it from the man himself right
That's
there.
actually where I met him,
Did-
Walking Man back then.
Did you
I
go
didn't
to-
know you worked there.
With Jacob Leonard.
2008 to 2012, yeah?
Did you really?
He was with
Oh, yeah.
Jacob Leonard.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
Did you
Were
go to
you
the-
there after Jason?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
When did he leave?
Probably a couple years before.
Couple
I
years
don't know.
before that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Sorry, Jason, if you're out there.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh, he probably. Yeah, he's got his numbers correct. Yeah.
Was the Roadhouse around back then? Yeah.
Probably so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Roadhouse has been there for a long time.
Was
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze working there back then?
No.
I had to fit that in. I had to fit that in.
No, but the guy with the really deep voice.
Oh, Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
Oh,
Smoking the cigarette.
yeah.
I can't get
The
that
man.
raspberry.
That's the man.
You gotta, we gotta raise a glass to Sam Elliott.
All right, I love it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Big time.
Yeah, that guy rocks.
Before we go on a break, I have a question for Jerry.
Please.
John, your bartender, was telling me that you've been very busy this week with a bunch of interviews. Coin and the Oregonian, I think he mentioned.
Yeah, there are a couple folks here.
Yeah. Can you tell us anything about those interviews you had?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, not really. I mean, we were just talking about the 50th anniversary.
Okay.
You know, I mean, 50 years is a long time, and I don't personally really have a whole lot to do with it. I've been around for about half of that time. But, you know, Don kind of had a vision about pubs and, you know, how to operate them as a publican. You know, when I think of a publican, I think of Don Younger. I think of Bud Clark. You know, you're creating an atmosphere and a place. Don always used to call it the third place, and I think there's a book kind of referencing that. I think it's called the third place. But, you know, you have your work, you have your home, and you have your third place where you go socialize and eat and hang out with folks. You might partake in, you know, some alcoholic beverages. But for some people, like the third place might be a coffee shop or it might be the gym.
Yeah.
Definitely not, neither one of those things. But that was kind of...
I like the first third place.
Exactly, yeah. That was kind of how, you know, in all my conversations with Don, you know, that's what you're always striving for. You're trying to create an atmosphere that people feel friendly in, that they feel good enough that they can, you know, show who they are, and, you know, you converse about anything and everything, maybe over a social or, an alcoholic beverage or two. You know, in a nutshell, it's one of the many things I kind of learned from Don, but that was kind of how he ran things, and you know, I mean, he was a true visionary. Like when you think about Don Younger, like we were kind of talking about this the other day, maybe in one of those interviews. If you think about like a long time ago, when there was the OBF, and only so many breweries got into the OBF. I mean, there were 72, but at first it was just all Oregon breweries, and then for a little while, I don't know if you guys remember, but like they'd bring in breweries from like the Southwest or Southeast. And it would really cut back a lot of the Oregon breweries. And a lot of people are like, well, this is kind of baloney. So Don created this thing called the Fest on the Edge. And it was right here in the parking lot back here. He got a tent, and he had the Fest on the Edge parking lot. And that went on for like 3 or 4 years. And then later on, Miletus ended up taking it over. The Fest on the Edge, and they would do it, you know, down right across from the beer fest. But Don was really like a pioneer in the craft brewing scene, and really had a lot of thought and innovation on a marketing and how to really develop the brand and, you know, keep the brand going. And a lot of people don't realize that. Like Don maybe wasn't the best on implementing an idea, but his ideas were money. Yeah. And it was, you know, very, like, bingo, like Jim Parker-esque. Like, great ideas, but maybe not best at following them through. But, I mean, Don was the guy. There's one other great example that it's eluding me right now because I'm totally enjoying all these beers. And I haven't had all 11 collaborations. I've only had, like, 3 or 4.
You haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah, there's still a lot to talk about. I don't know if we have that much time. But yeah, Don was a true visionary, and kind of went on a little sidebar there. But yeah, here's the Don, man, one more time.
Yeah,
There's one more time to Don. Hell yeah. And I think we need to go on a break, but we do need to talk about this collaboration. So we do it when we come back or now?
We'll do the collab when we come back. We're at the 30-minute mark, and we are here at the Horse Brass Pub in the Pony Room. With Jerry Fechter, and we're going to be back after some music and some words from our friends in the industry. Thank you for listening. And if you want to help support the show, you can reach us at patreon.com/Brew Happy. And for as little as $5, you can help us pay the bar tab and put a little gas in our tank so we can go to places that are awesome and let you know about them. Places like the Horse Brass Pub, a place where you can get a traditional English English-style experience dedicated to their customers and pioneering a classic dark wood decor and offering rotating beers, a hearty British fare, and darts. Yeah. All right, beer fans, thank you, and we'll be right back with some more beer.
You just should have said, and it also smells of fine Corinthian leather. That's the only way it would have been better. That was really good.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's a tough one to work in a conversation. But sometimes Reese always talking like he was. Hey, this is Jerry Fechter from the Horse Brass Pub, well known for dark woods and fine Corinthian leathers. We also have great beers on tap. You should always listen to the Brew Happy Show. Cheers.
It's not about the beer. It's about the beer.
This is Casey Helwig with Imperial Yeast, and you're listening to the Brew Happy Show.
This is Terry. I'm the founder of Pink Boot Society, and I'd like to invite all the women beer professionals out there to give Pink Boot Society a chance and get yourself involved. It's a great way to support Pink Boots and women in the beer industry with scholarships. Beer's an awesome thing, and the more women we can get into it, the more we're going to party.
This is Dan Munch from Widmer Brothers Brewing, and you're listening to the Brew Happy Show.
It's not about the beer. It's about the beer.
Hey everyone, this is Fat Josh, creator of the Pineapple Express Coach. You are listening to the Brew Happy Show. Cheers.
That's right. You are listening to the Brew Happy Show weekly podcast. Thank you so much for your continued listenership. If you haven't checked us out on patreon.com/brewhappy to help support the show, check that out. And also leave some comments and a good review. 5 stars. 5 stars. Anything less than 5 stars, reach out. Let's negotiate. And yeah, let your friends know. And when you go to the places we tell you about, and you drink the beers that we tell you to drink, which are obviously going to be your next favorite beers, tell them you heard it here on the Brew Happy Show. Jerry, thank you so much for having us here in the Pony Room at the Horse Brass Pub. This is a really cool event space. Just to kind of blow this spot up real quick, I wanted to touch again on the fact that this is an event space that people can rent. They can come here and have like small gatherings, birthday parties, a little wedding reception, kind of deal.
Divorce parties too?
Why not?
Any kind of party you'd like to have, we'll be more than happy to throw it. Just make sure your money's green and I don't know.
I don't. Does it
That's all
come
I
any
got.
other way? If you're, well, maybe I think China has red money.
It's like in other countries, it's different colors.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, it's true. In Brazil, it's blue, depending on the bill.
It
They're
is.
called reais.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collaborations, baby. Let's talk about collaborations.
Yeah, we got to talk collabs. So what are we talking about here? We got lots of
All right, we
really
got
cool
a-
things, a very extensive menu.
It's only 50 years.
How many taps do you have here at the Horse Brass Pub?
We have 59 taps.
59.
And we're currently only using about. Yeah. We're only using about 51, I think, of them. 52.
Sorry, wrong button.
Up.
I was gonna hit that
Cheers.
button.
Yeah, there
Okay,
we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
All
I
right.
like that button.
That's the bet.
I like that button. That's a good button.
I forgot to scroll.
Yeah, so
52, you said?
we have 59, but we're only using about 52 right now.
Okay.
We found over the years it's great to have a whole bunch, but not always the best if you want to sell some beer. You might have some beer sitting around for a little bit.
Yeah, I used to install draft
systems,
and sometimes you just don't have the space for all those kegs.
It's kind of nice. Since COVID, we dropped down to about 35 or 40, and we've slowly been working it back up. And obviously, we have a few more on this week than we normally do.
Great.
But usually about 40 to 43, 44 is really kind of about the right spot, and 4 of those are cask.
Okay.
So that really, so it's really about 38 or 39.
That's not very common, and not something we hear about here on the show a whole lot. And I know we've, for the veteran listeners out there, you guys probably know what a cask beer is, but would you mind indulging me?
I would have to immediately segue to the man, the myth, the legend, Dan Munch to my left.
Okay.
Because I'm not as technically gifted as Dan is these days.
Well,
but yes.
for mostly what I know is it's a hand pumped machine, and it's like room temperature beer, but it's a little more sophisticated.
It is a little bit more than that, but
Yeah, so it's basically the beer is carbonated naturally in the finishing cask. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you use a hand engine, like a pull engine.
Yeah, and
forces air in.
Yeah, so
and it pushes the beer out.
Yeah, so when you see on like old TV shows a bartender grabbing a big giant handle and pulling it back like a lever in a machine shop or a factory, and beer comes out, that's a cask.
That's
beer.
a cask engine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is. Right on. Tell us a little bit more.
Oh, so for the 50th anniversary, I think we have 11 different collaborations, and I tried to get guys kind of close together geographically. Some aren't geographically. Some are just kind of fun. Some are on their own, and you don't want to say too much because you don't want to leave anybody out. But we tried to get everybody involved that we felt like either Don knew or the brewers knew Don.
Yeah.
Kind of friends of the brass,
Right,
I guess
right.
is what I would say. So, I'll just kind of run through this list real quick. We'll go as kind of as fast as we can.
Okay.
And I think there's one or two that maybe we just got today. So I'll start with the cider. So Bauman Cider did a special blend for us.
Yeah.
It has some bay leaves in it. And it's a couple of their different dry apple ciders.
Okay.
And pretty dry. Yeah, bingo. Dry English style.
So that's in the coming soon.
It's actually on. We
it's
got
on
it
now.
today. There's a little hiccup with our distributor, or the distributor. I won't mention any names, but Widmer might use them. Lompoc might have used them back in the day. But it's all good. So that was kind of our cider. Christine does a great job. We did a Breakside and Sun River. They did
nice.
the Mad Hatter West Coast Pale Ale, which Mad Hatter was one of Don's bars that he owned, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Bear Paw. It's the Bear Paw now, but back in the day it was called the Mad Hatter.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Wow.
And actually, Ben Edmonds did a little research, and I was like, "Hey, man, how'd you come up with that name, Mad Hatter?" Because he gave me a couple of, like 2 or 3 names, And he's like, well, I did a little research. And I'm like, well, Don used to own a pub called the Mad Hatter. And he's like, yeah, I know. And I was like, that guy's awesome. Always one step ahead.
Right.
One step ahead.
He is, yeah. He's a very learned man.
So that's a nice pale ale. And I think they were trying to kind of do a little Sierra Nevada, like throwback to the day. We already mentioned one. It's about the beer. That was Double Mountain, Solera, Everybody's.
Yeah.
That's my favorite so far.
That's a good one. We also did, let me see. Well, this is a funny one. Fort George, Gigantic, and we resurrected the Lompoc.
Yeah.
And so that was the original three-way.
Oh,
so,
wow.
A three-way, I know, when you think about a three-way.
That's the original three-way IPA.
That was the original three-way back in the day.
What?
Yep. It was IPA with lager yeast strain. It was somebody mentioned the 1811 earlier, and I think that's their lager. But that was the first one. So, a three-way is kind of like when you think about it right away, you're kind of like, okay, it's kind of spur of the moment, stuff's happening. This is all stuff I've read in the Playboy Forum, so I don't really know any of this. But as a three-way evolves, it evolves into a thruple. So we have called it the thruple IPA.
The thruple.
And I must say it's perfect. I really like the beer. It's a good one. Georgetown did one on their own called the Bitter Horseman ESB.
I just had that.
No, sorry. Which is an ESB. Don loved Younger's ESB.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And or YSB is what I guess they called it. They won a lot of medals, but Rogue, R.I.P. Rogue, sorry.
Yeah.
But Georgetown decided to pick up the torch and keep rolling.
That's good.
So this wasn't really a collab, but we had this beer aging for quite a while. We pulled out some Fred from Hair of the Dog.
Oh, wow.
I saw that.
And I'm not sure if everybody knows, but Alan's kind of going through a few health issues right now. So let's all think about Alan and his family.
Let's do one for
Yep.
him.
Cheers to Alan.
100%. Alan also, here in the Pony Room, he did some stained glass artwork kind of before he got sick. And we just installed it about a week or two ago.
Okay.
And it looks awesome.
Wow.
So we decided to put the Fred on. So McMinimum's, this goes way back. McMinimum's doesn't really have their beer on at other places. But Brian and Mike, they really, their dad pioneered the brew pub law.
Yeah.
Don and Mike and Brian were all friends.
It's true.
And actually, to throw a little Jerry Fechter in there, Rob Balance, who's in charge of their production, their brewery operations, he's the guy who taught me how to brew way back in 1993. And kind of a long story short, they were also a part of, I think, the 25th anniversary, the 30th anniversary, and the 40th anniversary. They made some beers.
Wow.
And so Rob, they made a little special version of Rob's Sunflower IPA, which he developed at West Lynn, the West Lynn McMinimums, when I was down there kind of learning how to brew. So
That's amazing.
he brought that over. So that's a nice little tie-in. We already discussed the migration with Puff Coffee. Another classic would be Ninkasi and Ecliptic.
Oh, we love those guys.
Ninkasi, long story short, when Don passed away, they sent his ashes into space on a rocket ship. Totally crazy, but an awesome story. John Harris, beer legend.
Yeah.
If there's a good beer, he's probably made it.
I remember when John Harris was doing the hop tours with, was it Full Sail?
Oh, yeah,
Full Sail hop tours.
he was at McMinimum's. He was at Full Sail. Deschutes.
Yeah.
He pioneered a lot of their beers.
Yeah.
And
Butte
then
Porter.
Bingo. And then Ecliptic. So that was kind of an easy one to put together.
Oh, yeah.
Don was really good friends with Vinny and Natalie at Russian River.
Oh.
They used to come up here all the time, so that's kind of where Don the Younger comes from.
Oh, my God, wow.
The Horse Brass is
a lot of history.
It's kind of a famous place.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. So they did that, and then Threshold did a little Baltic Porter for us.
I love Baltic Porter.
That's kind of one of the staff's favorites, and I must say, the Baltic Porter with a little bit of Fernet or Underberg, money.
You're speaking my language.
Yeah.
Really good. And then we had Widmer, which goes way back. Don was friends with Rob and Kurt.
Yeah.
And so basically it was kind of some of the Lompoc staff. We went over there and brewed with Dan.
Yeah.
And we did kind of an interesting alt/Dunkel. Dunkel. And Dan actually has a really neat story about the name called Wheat from Beyond, which we can get into that in just a second.
Nice.
And I feel like I'm missing, I think there's one more, but I don't remember. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's
an amazing list.
It's a great list.
And that's not even all the taps. I mean, you guys always have so many offerings. And your food menu is amazing too. I dare say, and we have been saying this on the show for many years, that you guys have the best fish and chips in town.
I say that all the time.
100%. But technically, I mean, there's a few like surveys and other competitions out there. But about 2 or 3 years ago, we are second place.
What?
We are second place fish and chips.
Who beat you? To who?
To fucking Gordon Ramsay in Las Vegas, of all places. And you know what? I've been there. It's right on the strip. It's a cheesy, commercialized, like little hole in the wall.
Fuck that guy.
Exactly. But
that guy. Yeah. Blow that place up.
But
fish and chips right
hey,
here.
we'll still take second place. Fish and chips in the United States.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, bingo, bongo. You need another beer.
So, it's true. So, back in the day, with the old crew, John Paul, JP, we used to stop by the Horse Brass after the show, probably like every other week, and I would always, sometimes it'd be before the show. The Scotch egg, I introduced Bronwyn to the Scotch egg. It's a little bit of a gut bomb, but it is so delicious. It's totally worth it. And I always used to get the so you guys got the chicken pot pie, but I actually always used to get the steak and mushroom pot pie. That's my favorite. That's my jam right there.
Steak and mushroom's awesome.
Yeah. And then you got the bangers and mash.
Yep, had that for lunch today.
And
kind of had to take a nap afterwards.
Oh yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah, and I think every year for at least the last 3 years in a row, and a few intermittently in the past, I have come here for St. Patty's Day, where you guys do the corned beef.
Corned beef and cabbage, and then after that we usually do like a pasty with corned beef afterwards with the leftovers. So that's kind of like a giant turnover.
I didn't know about the pasty.
Oh my God, they're phenomenal. Nice. Yeah, they are money.
That one year, last year, you got the very last.
I got the very last one, yeah.
Of corned beef and cabbage?
Yeah.
The last one, the whole
so good. Yeah.
Yeah,
our kitchen manager, Trish Neely, she's been here, I mean, this is crazy, 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and she makes 100% to Trish.
We love to raise a glass to our service staff.
She makes it happen.
Yeah.
And she makes the best desserts. Our bread pudding is, I think, second to none other in the world. I say that kind of.
I didn't even know about the bread pudding.
Confidently, didn't I? No, that's good.
My mom,
bread
my
pudding's
mom used
good.
to make a bread pudding.
She makes a nice assortment of other cakes and pastries that we have available all the time. We call them Trishy's Little Snack Cakes. Kind of like Little Debbie's Snack Cakes.
All right.
But yeah, she does a phenomenal job.
Nice.
You know, things got a little rough in COVID, but they did during like all restaurants.
Yeah, but you guys have survived. You guys have so much history, so much support. You're not just a neighborhood pub. You're an international phenomenon. I mean, people know about the Horse Brass. I've met people that have been traveling in and out of Portland, and they will come here, and Horse Brass will be on their list of places to go.
Oh, 100%. Tornado,
Yep.
which I think just changed hands or might
down in San Francisco.
Yeah.
That's another one that's like that.
The Map Room, which is in Chicago, super famous. Horse Brass. Browers, not on the list as long, which is closed now, but Browers is pretty money.
Up in Seattle.
Yep. And there was another spot in D.C., and I cannot remember what it's called, but Don was pretty good friends with them. But, Don was friends with the Tornado owners, the Map Room owners, Browers. He had friends all over the place. And actually, I can't believe I just forgot this. Falling Rock, Chris Black.
Oh, yeah. Falling Rock.
Yeah, there's another one, R.I.P. Falling Rock. Here's to Chris Black. And actually, I texted him not too long ago. I was hoping he could show up, but he was, I think, on a camping trip with his family this week.
Oh.
But, we'll see him again here semi-soon.
Nice.
But, yeah, it's the Horse Press is one of those bars. Like, it's, definitely on the national scene and definitely on the international scene.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good pub.
I just wanted to point that out, and it's it's very authentic. It's an English pub, and it's got English fare. It's got one of the most extensive tap lists that you're gonna find anywhere, and finely curated. Like, you guys don't mess around. You have a little bit of everything. You try. I've noticed a concerted effort to represent as many of the styles of beer as possible, and you'll get like this cornucopia of different breweries from across not just the Pacific Northwest, but you guys get stuff from all over the place.
We get stuff from all over the place.
What's the farthest place that you guys have gotten a keg from that you know of?
Maybe Japan?
I was going to say Japan.
Japan or Europe. But, I mean, now that there's, like, Fuji to Coat or
Fuji to Hood.
Fuji to Hood. You're welcome, Ezra, for that plug. I would say there. And, obviously, we've had a lot of beers from Europe. And
technically, it's Red's event. But
I don't know whose it is. I don't know.
But, yeah, Ezra's championing it now. It used to be championed by Culmination Brewing, where I used to work, and it was a really
had the best.
It's a fantastic
Rauch
event.
lager I've ever had.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Probably like 7 or 8 years ago. Yeah, literally. Brian Kilty, old Lompoc brewer.
I love Brian.
We were doing something, and he's like, "Hey, have you been in here?" And I was like, "I haven't been in there in a while." We went in, and I think we left about 2 hours later, and probably 5 or 6 Rock beers later. Like, we could not get enough.
Yeah.
It was money.
Yeah. What's that?
Who was the brewer?
7
or 8 years ago.
Let's see. That still would have been Conrad.
Was it Conrad?
Yeah. I mean, Tomas was probably in and out of there as well, but he's
Conrad was just in here today.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
he popped in.
Yeah, he used to be. We used to be roommates.
Can
a year, almost 2.
Can we talk about the Widmer beer name?
How
we came across that?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, so Dan's got a nice little story here.
So this is kind of a wild story. I mean, you can believe what you are going to believe, but... So,
we believe you, Dan.
So I did the collab with Jerry and his crew that... The timing worked out where they're going to show up for the back half of the brew, so like the boil. So that was cool with me. But the problem was I sort of like broke the cardinal sin of collabs, is in that I did not save some of the first wort to make toddies for my collab partners.
Oh, you gotta have the toddies.
Hot scotchy faux pas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, like the brew went fine, and the collab was great because like the hopping schedule, they had a lot of input on that, and the beer turned out amazing. But like later on that day, so I literally went to Lombard House a couple hours later. And I was having a beer, and I literally had a spider drop right in front of my face.
No.
Almost drop into my beer before I could bat it away. So
Good save.
Yeah, but then I looked to my left and looked to my right, and to my left was a picture of Don, and to my right was a picture of Chris Ensign, who was a long-time bartender here.
Big C.
Yeah,
King C.
King C.
So I'm pretty convinced that those guys kind of cursed me for the faux pas. So yeah.
That's how the name came. what's the name
Yeah.
of the beer again?
It's Beyond.
Wheat from Beyond.
Wheat
yeah.
from Beyond, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, to big C and the
Yes.
big wheat from beyond.
That sounds like some voodoo.
Oh, voodoo, hoodoo, you do.
Actually, one of if we have time
Yeah.
for this story, I want to tell Jerry this story because the reason I'm here today with you guys is because of one of your bartenders. And I'll tell you what, I moved to Oregon in 2001. I didn't start in craft beer until 2009. I want to say 2004. I think it was 2004. And I saw the beer here on the Oregonian from John Foyston. And says, you should go to these places and try this new beer. And I was like, oh, there's a beer scene here in Portland. I didn't know about it. I wasn't the beer guy, so I'm like, okay, I made a list. I made a list of all the beers that John Foyston was telling me to go. The first ever brewery I went to was Roots.
Oh.
I went to Roots and had that habanero stout, which I hated so much.
Oh my God, that thing was so
It was
spicy.
my first ever craft beer. And I almost died on the spot, and I was so disappointed, and I was just about to go back home, and this guy sitting right next to me, he's like, hey, what do you got here? He saw my list. He's like, well, there's a bunch of beers that John Foyston told me to go and try, but I don't think I'm gonna go for it because this sucked. This is beers. I don't like this beer. I don't like this beer at all. And he's like, can I see your list? And I was like, yes, you can. And he took a look at the list, and he's like, oh, you can have the rest of all those beers in my bar. And I was like, oh, you own a bar? He's like, no, I don't know. I work for a bar. It's called the Horse Brass. And the rest of your list, you can go and have the rest. I'm like, okay, well, let's give it a shot. But I'm not really happy right now. So I came here, and it's your boy working tonight, John. John was sitting right next to me.
John
that day,
McFellin, ladies and gentlemen.
2004.
Yeah.
And he is the reason I'm sitting here right now with you guys. He's the one that told me don't give up on craft beer because you had a habanero stout. There's more to it.
That's awesome. John also worked for Bell's Brewing in Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah.
No
Which is
kidding.
that's more legend right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we only have so much time on the show for so much legend. Jerry.
Yeah, more Jerry.
You've you've been amazing. Thank you
Oh,
so
that's
much.
not creepy.
No, we do need more Jerry in the world. Do you have anything else you want the beer fans to know about Horse Brass or the lore of this wonderful, fine establishment?
You know, I think you got to come to the Horse Brass and check it out for yourself if you haven't been here. It is a really neat place. You don't want to overhype it because you don't want to overpromise and undercommit. But for the most part, it's pretty good. The service is pretty good. And like all restaurants, you're always gonna find a Yelper out there that's not happy with somebody or something.
It is an authentic English pub.
I'm going to disagree with what he said about it's pretty good. No, it's not pretty good. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like, actually, I have a favorite server here, Angie. She's my favorite.
Oh yeah, Angie.
Yeah.
She's from New Zealand.
Oh, I did not know that.
Wow.
It's keeping the international aura.
I did not know
going
Angie was
on
from
here.
New Zealand.
Yeah,
She's
I
from New
remember.
Zealand, yeah.
I remember Angie from
She's
when
a
we
Kiwi.
did the barley wine.
We did the
event.
Barley Wine Fest just a couple months ago.
Yeah, me, Josh, and Dan here, the Beer Patrol. We got our
passport. We got our passport.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did all 4 events.
Did you guys like that?
Oh yeah.
Fucking loved it.
I thought that. So you know what?
That was amazing.
I got a little crap for doing that because the year before we did it, kind of just having all 24 beers, and my whole theory is like going back to the beginning of the show when I had to drink like a 14-ounce Bigfoot barley wine.
Yeah.
And it's like this is the dumbest idea of all time.
No, it's
Why
not.
make someone drink 10, 12 ounces of barley wine after having a couple other beers? Like,
I did it.
No. Well, but in the passport, 6 at a time, in like a 3.5 to 4 ounce glass, perfect.
I spaced it out, and I had some.
You
Yeah.
probably had an extra glass.
I had bangers and mash.
Many people did. See, you had.
I played it right.
You had a base.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always want to. Yeah, we always
Professional. That's what we call that.
That's right. Yeah, we always recommend when you're drinking. The adult thing to do is have a little bit of food. If you're gonna have more than a drink, more than a couple of drinks, and that helps kind of space out the fun. Nobody wants a drunky McDrunkerson. you know. Get some snacks.
I thought I was the only person that said that in the world. Junkie McJunkerson, because it's in my repertoire.
Who, me? Bronwyn over here.
Shit.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, now we know
I think it's over.
it's definitely time to end the show and to have some fish and chips and some steak and mushroom pie. What's going on, Josh?
I would just like to know the name of the band playing tonight here.
Oh, yeah. We got a punk band next door.
Oh, my word. You guys, there are actually 3 bands. One is called Stumblebum.
Oh.
The other one is Velvet. I don't know.
Well, Stumblebum, I feel like I've had those nights. So I definitely feel like a connection there.
It is, well, if this isn't live, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not live.
I'm covering my own tracks.
That's true. It's true.
It's not live, but I think you should put it. When is this event gonna be over? The
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah. So I don't know when you're putting this up.
If you can bring this out like tomorrow or Tuesday, so
I can work
people
on this
know.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the Buds of May.
Ooh.
John Harris, longtime brewer, he's playing.
Tuesday.
Wednesday night is Industry night.
Okay.
So Dr. Ben Love will be DJing all the finest hits from 1976.
Ben Love from Gigantic.
Ben Love from Gigantic.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll have a sweet leisure suit on or something awesome. Maybe his, I don't know, have his hair down. I don't know. And then Thursday, it's a Rolling Stones tribute band called the Rolling Tones.
The Rolling Tones.
Nice.
We're very excited about that.
All right.
Very Don-esque. Like, you know, you can be the Beatles or it can be the fucking Rolling Stones. The horse brass rolls with the Stones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or in this case, the Tones.
Yeah. All right.
If you can edit this by tomorrow, that will be great because the show, the whole thing is gonna be over on Thursday.
Okay.
So let's I'm not trying to tell you how to.
No, it's good. I'm all caught up on my chores.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So all right. Well, beer fans, thank you guys so much for listening to the show. We do appreciate your continued listenership. So much lore here with Jerry Fechter and the Horse Brass Pub. Dan Munch, anything to add before we sign out? Anything going on with Widmer we need to know about?
Not anything in particular, but
Okay,
it's
okay.
great to be part of this anniversary. Like, it's really a milestone, and
It is.
it's really just a great excuse to be part of beer history.
Yeah. I'll drink to that.
When does the pub open, Dan?
Oh snap!
The Gas House Pub. I was gonna say it.
No official comment, but
It's coming.
someday, yeah.
All right.
That's what she said.
I'm ready.
All right. Well, that was my last drop of beer fans. And again, thank you guys so much for listening. As always, beer fans, I don't just like you, I love you, and I want to have a beer with you. Until next week, keep brewing, but brew happy.
Bros.
All right, that was fun, everybody.
Good show.
Oh, yeah.
Great fucking show.
Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that was fun. Good stuff.
This production is brought to you by Brew Happy Media, the ultimate brewers media resource. For more information, go to thebrewhappyshow.com and brewhappypodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at Brew Happy. For more cigar pairings, please check out our sponsor, paulcigars.net. Questions, concerns, advertising, or guest relations, please reach us at brewhappypdx@gmail.com. Remember, brew happy, drink responsibly. Cheers.
But I didn't say anything. And I didn't even realize who it was until I looked up and was like, oh, that's right, we're doing the beer blog.
I totally ambushed you. It's all good.
Sorry, man. Totally. I was like, motherfucker. And I immediately went over and told